These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table?
I pay every bill in this house, right? And I fix everything in this house because I'm an electrician. What are you bringing to the table? As a woman, what do you realistically do other than have sex?
You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you. What else she need to slide up to the table with? What about your job? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children, to have a family? That's our damn job.
What are you bringing to the table for the man that takes care of you?
Here we go, and take notes. So what I do is I make that house that you pay for, that you pay that mortgage for, I make it at home. I cook the meals, I'm washing clothes.
That's $100 a week.
Don't play with me.
I can get it made.
No. You see that's where you're going wrong. It costs more than $100 a week to have somebody cook for you, to have somebody clean up after you. Because a lot of times you men become our children. All right, we dress y'all, we pick out y'all clothes. I make a house a home. Okay. All the furniture you get to come home and lay up on, I pick that shit out. That's right. You know what I'm saying? When the paper towels go away in the bathroom, you know who goes to the store to get them? You know who gets on Amazon to get that? All the shit that you don't even think about that makes your life easier, I do that. You
understand? Let me ask you a question, right? Everything that you're telling me can be bought. Guess what? I can have an assistant order me paper towels and toilet paper and groceries on Amazon. Actually, I get Whole Foods delivered to my house weekly. It's a subscription. I get meal preps every week. My meal preps is $120 and I get 3 meals a day. I make myself my own breakfast. That's 4 square meals. I have another cleaning lady. She charges me $100 a week to come clean. You are only saving me $600. In a nutshell,
maybe you
$600 to $800. But what I'm saying,
maybe I live in a 5,000 square foot
regardless,
home. I'm managing
your
that
services can be paid for. So what are you bringing outside? Listen, if you ask a man, what is he bringing to the table? I'm bringing a house to the table
that I can also pay for myself.
Okay, but you're not.
But I can.
But you're not.
But I can.
But you're not, and you're not willing to.
I am willing to. I was taking care of myself before I was married.
And then you got married and stopped taking care of yourself.
I have multiple mortgages. I still take care of shit. That's the thing.
Listen, I'm not saying you can't make money. What I'm saying is what you're bringing to this table is a service that can be paid for versus what a man has to bring to the table for your life. You can't buy somebody to buy you a home. I could buy somebody to cook and clean for my house. I can't buy a person to come give me a house, give me a car, take care of me, and make sure all my bills
but
are in the house.
But I can still do that. That's what
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying that you're not. And I'm saying that you're not willing to.
Did you hear what I said? I've done it before that, so I can and I will.
I'm just gonna interject here. Can I do that? So I just want to say that besides Erin, I feel like other women have a different approach on what they bring to the table. So me specifically, I'm not a female that says I cook, says I clean. I could definitely do all those things, but I definitely don't want anyone to feel like that's my job as a woman in a house. So yeah, I'm not gonna come and say that that's what I'm doing. Me as a female, as a boss, as an entrepreneur, I'm gonna dish the money. You'll never know that I make more than you, that I make less than you. I'm always going to treat my partner as an equal. Me, even if I'm making more than you, I will never want to take the masculinity away from my partner, in saying, oh, well, I make more and blah, blah, blah. But if we're going to go half and half on the bills, I'll pay this bill and this bill. What you paying this month? I'm gonna dish out the money, and I've always been.
But listen, you could tell. First of all, you're not gonna be my wife, and I don't know how much money you make. That just doesn't even make sense to me.
It's not like literally you don't know how much I'm making, but I'm not going to make it obvious in our households.
Wait, but let's talk about. He's bringing up something real.
So say if you and your say if you and your man, right? Y'all partner, you and your partner. Right, you're equal, right? According to Amanda, you're equal, right? Y'all got $10,000 in a joint account, right? You make more money than him.
Can we clarify how the 10,000 got there? Oh, no, is it 50-50?
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Listen, it can be. Listen, you're right. Just say you put in It's 50-50. Just say it's 50-50. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it even because that's your equal, right? So now there we go. So listen. So now this man, he needed a car, right? You make more money than him. You got a car, and he takes $9,000 and go buy a car. How would you feel?
I wouldn't put up with that. And I know, but I'm gonna just say like this. So I do work hard for my money, and I'm only downplaying how much money I make to, I don't know, appease you, I guess. But I do want to reference, I never remember this movie every time I want to talk about it, but that Tyler Perry movie where Janet Jackson got the HIV because her husband was cheating on her. Anybody know that movie?
Something for black girls.
Four color girls.
Yeah.
Right.
Girls.
She was a lawyer. She made more money than her husband, and her husband took out a lot of the money out of their joint account, and she was pissed, and I understand. That's not okay. But, and then now I do want to reference Crazy Rich Asians, where the girl felt guilty for having way more money than her husband, so she used to shop on the low. So that's maybe something I would do, but not like shop on the low, but have a different account.
But what is the problem? Please help me out here. What is the problem for a man don't mind his woman making more money than him? What is the problem?
I don't personally believe that there is a problem for people who make that decision. If that's your decision to not feel a certain way, baby, that's on you. But as for me, in my house, this is how I feel. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of women of a certain age and of a certain tax bracket may feel the same way.
Well,
Wait, I actually want to say, and I kind of agree with one thing that she says, and she said of her age. And that's a big factor because, I really, really sat down and thought about this. And I personally feel like, you got the typical traditional way, right, where the man has to provide the house and everything, right? Because growing up in the 1985, let's just say, or 1940s, women had less rights or made less money. So the man had to compensate for the restrictions that they placed on women. But now we're in 2021. There is no restrictions on women.
Rico.
Women can get a great job. Women do have great jobs.
That's
Women
right.
have the right to go to
Is there
college.
equal pay?
Yes, actually.
No,
wait,
it's not.
time out, guys.
pay.
Time out, guys. I want to. We're gonna get right into that. But I want to let you know there is equal pay, but it is multivariate. But before I dive into that, women do have that great right, and they deserve it. I'm not saying that women don't deserve it. I'm actually happy to see that women can do everything that a man could do in terms of any occupation or any type of earning money or earning a salary. And now in 2021, when a woman can make the same amount of money as a man, like when I went to college at Montclair State University, 63% were women. You understand?
So
That means
y'all
37% were men. That means there was almost double women in a college institute that I was in.
That means y'all run the work. Y'all actually, there's more y'all in the workforce. So yes, men probably make more money if they get that position. But people like us of color, right? They actually want to hire the black woman because you're a woman and you are a minority. So for us, we still trying to get that job. So yeah, if I got that position that you was in, yes, I would make more money than you. But the thing is, if I could get that position, so it still balances out, which is why 40%, going back, he used 38%, but CNBC said 40%
as of 2019.
As of 2019, they are heterosexual relationships
are making more money
than the men.
So, because there was like almost double females at the college, it's probably just based on the fact that like men can work for, the union or blue collar jobs where like women typically don't apply for those jobs. They have to go to school to get that, career that's going to give them that check, anything STEM, anything with benefits, like with COVID-19, healthcare. That's really what's like super current like right now. Will I be okay and sustain if anything were to happen to me like in a hospital or anything? But within the relationship, there has to be like regardless of whatever is happening in the household, regardless of whoever is taking the responsibility of the mortgage, the other party has to have this opportunity based on the standards of the relationship to contribute and make investments to the household. And if not, if the male prefers that, he just wants to take care of it and he wants to hire people to take care of it, okay, then let's talk about the entrepreneurship. Let's talk about real estate. Okay, so let's talk about this next property. Babe, I want to put my money into this, and let's double it. Let's triple it. Let's quadruple it. That's an alpha female and an alpha male. They probably don't argue about money because they're probably just making it work for them. If you have it, why not double it? And any woman who is making significantly more or less, and it doesn't matter who has more or less, although the 50-50 investment is there, then the relationship is gold.
Yeah, and I mean and I say this all the time. I really personally feel as if there always has to be contributions and the relationship has to be reciprocal. I'm not going to get into any, especially like me, I'm not the newest generation, but I'm like on the edge of the newest and the one right before it. So I kind of see both aspects. And I personally feel like I watch a lot of women be successful and I watch a lot of women not successful, right? Same thing with men. But at the same time, I'm focused on my partner. So my spouse, as a woman, I'd rather choose the one that has the success rather than choose the one that doesn't have the success. And if you do have the success, then I'm asking you to contribute your success to whatever me and you have. So whether it is, maybe I might take care of the house. Well, cool. Well, then let's start a business. We'll use your money for investments. But you have to contribute something. Otherwise.
Yeah, of course. But this is just like with that expectation, like doubling back to Erin, like taking the bare minimum of taking care of me. There's just an honest, traditional sense of security in that. As a woman, he provided this home for us, and it didn't matter who was making how much money. This is our home.
Until you get upset.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean,
disrespectful.
Oh, my God.